What is going on, guys? It's Miltendo here with a Pirate101 special video that got released on September 12th, National Video Game Day. So I decided, why not? I'll do a Twitch stream of the special new update, if I can call it special, that is, of this new promotional quest for one of our companions, and the introduction of skeleton key bosses as an in-game mechanic. Now, for those of you who don't know, I actually am a Pirate101 gamer. Pirate101 is an online MMORPG developed by KingsIsle Entertainment, the same company who create a list of mobile games, the most recent one being Animal Cove. And I've played Pirate101 since its release in 2012. However, I took a few-year hiatus away from the game, so I only just came back as of recently. So I hope the special is still pretty good to you, as I got most of this footage while I was doing my Twitch live stream. And I decided to condense some of it down because the overall battle ended up taking a really long time. But I still hope you enjoy watching me be, well, giving it my all, along with the rest of my team in this effort. And so without further ado, let's get down to business with this new update. Enjoy!
The other side is hungry, Captain. I feel dark powers moving, and at the edges of my sight I see, like the shadow of a vision, the echo of a nightmare. Old Scratch waits beyond, him be working for my doom. I do not know what to do, Captain. My mojo is no match for this. We must talk to Vadima. If she cannot help, I don't know what can be done.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
Yes, I sense strange things at work. Strange forces moving beyond in world of dreams. Old Scratch, I see him. Is not Old Scratch, you know, is dream of him, as he would have been if he had never joined your crew. Very dangerous, very powerful. World of Dreams is pushing into waking world. Nightmare doors appear here and there where reflections of old enemies wait to break through. You must face Nightmare door on Isle of Bones. Skeleton key will open door. Only your courage can stop what waits beyond.
Isle of Bones. That must be Scrimshaw, Captain. We must seek this door.
Five minutes later.
Dare it be, my captain. Prepare yourself.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting, and they had to hire a new one.
Welcome, weak vision. The eye who left him master the dark crawler and turned you are a lie. When I consume your mojo, I will be all powerful.
Well, because I knew this battle was going to last for a while, of course I have to speed things up a little bit. Now, the setup right here is not so great. My friend actually has multiple characters, and she decided to join me with a witch doctor on this one. So I think I actually probably should have chosen much more better set of companions, because as a musketeer, on my musketeer in particular, I did not have a teleport. Well, as you can see, I used an ice block right there. Well, that kind of did something, but not really. Because the main idea is that in order to actually get through this scratch battle, you have to either use a teleport. She used Valor's right there, that's pretty good. You have to either use a teleport or move ahead and use a mighty charge attack, vicious charge, brutal charge, what am I saying? One of the charges. Oh, that sounds adorable. To prevent Scratch from actually keep on doing that every turn. Because if you have a unit next to Scratch, he won't be able to actually keep on doing that. He'll get distracted by whatever is nearby him and attack the object, such as a bomb or a player, instead. So we were kind of actually screwed from the get-go on this, because my heals are at the back of my deck. As you can see in my hands, I have a couple of bombs, a couple of AoE attacks. I was trying to move my companions forward. I did not get a single... Well, I got some kind of healing doubloon, but that's like a heal over time doubloon, not an instant heal doubloon. So that's really not working out for me. The thing is with the old Scratch battle here is that, of course I've seen test room footage and whatnot of it, but it's not exactly supposed to be too hard. It's just that with every class, you really need the right strategy for it. Obviously at the time, I did not strategize too well, and I wasn't able to actually... See, now he actually goes about his attack again. He killed my Scratch back there right off the bat. And everybody went into exclusive, because like it's a coin flip really, for old Scratch to like critical or not critical with his Doom Mojo ability. Yeah, it's called Doom Mojo. As you can see there, I'm pulling off my combo attacks, but it only works to a certain extent, and most of the mobs are like pummeling me, while Chantel has kind of got my back. See, these are nice for like when the opponents are approaching me, but at the same time, it's just, look. See, like, plenty of us musketeers play keep away. But like, so this kind of battle really like throws us off, and the only way to actually succeed is if I had like a shooty slashy or shooty stabby setup. So that way I could be able to deal some melee output damage to counter myself with. That's at the sacrifice of range though, because with a shooty staffy or shooty stabby weapon, an enemy has to get really close in order for me to trigger my musketeer epics. Yeah, that's right. So here I decide to like use some bombs. Probably should use stronger ones. What's really throwing me really off, first of all, Chantel can't be able to reach with her sniper attack. So I had to send her over there. And also at the same time, I only used the weakest old Scratch buff, the weakest old Scratch Mojo buff, which is the 10 turn one. However, the main drawback is that my damage output from my bombs is not better. And I could not be any more embarrassed about that. So that guy's down. That guy's down. See, the summons are like, the extra summons are meant to be intimidating. Oh, I pulled a mega there. Okay, I did something. So the new summons are meant to be intimidating, but they're not. You can easily kill them right off the bat. But the minions that Old Scratch originally has next to him and his fellow bosses. Oh, there goes Rebecca's Peter. And I could have done better. Oh, wait. Could have killed that boss. But anyways. And he does that again. Our entire team just gets annihilated by Doom Mojo each turn, while the enemy team just keeps on getting recovered by Mr. Neville. Or Mr. Neville, however you say his name. That could have been an instant finisher to Mr. Neville right there, but okay. One more Blaze Storm could have worked right there, but Rebecca's Pelican wasn't trained that way, apparently. Bones McAvoy playing Keep Away. Yeah, essentially when you get close to Old Scratch, he's in no trouble. And he just get easily distracted by you, but now I'm at low health right now. I just chose to use my AoE because, oh, hold on a second. Chantel did, yeah, oh, instead I chose Bomb. What did I select next? It's a bit foggy since I last captured this game footage when I was on stream, which actually took a very long time because of finding people, which is why I placed the SpongeBob time card earlier. Okay, mega hit again. That worked to my favor. Mr. Neville went down, so that's one boss down. Chantel doing work. Not enough work, apparently, because our buffs are wearing out, and now she teleported. But now they all dead. Now we all dead, apparently. Chantel's dead. I'm dead. Most of our team has been annihilated by Old Scratch's team. So pretty much Rebecca has to carry the rest of us out throughout the rest of the fight. The dragon died. The pet could have killed that swashbuckler. Scratch summons more intimidating, somewhat intimidating summons again. And here's how the battle board looks. So we have Scratch, his summoner, one of the regular minions, and then 6 more Muggers in the way. Essentially, Team Xena, the dynamic duo Xena, is kind of carrying through as well. It's kind of amazing how, like, both Xenas are surviving at this point in battle. Rebecca's still carrying on, even though that could have actually, like, deserved like a Blaze Storm, like a critical hit. And Scratch would have been finished right there. We wouldn't have one more Doom Mojo. But it seems like she still had a strength buff. But apparently it didn't let her critical at that time. So we still have 2 Xenas and 1 Jane Canary and the rest of the Muggers, and I don't count Scratch at this point because she forgot that, like, dead people can't use doubloons. Yeah, these skeleton key boss battles are, well, Scratches for one part. It's pretty useful to use doubloons in these battles. Xena is still standing, amazingly. That one's dead. Now Jane Canary is dead. That ghost misses, gets attacked. Boom. The rest of this battle is pretty much history and self-explanatory. On the bright side, with Rebecca being at below half health, at least she has turned the tide to be able to increase her damage output. On the downside, most of us are dead. She has a summon, and that's right. She said this will take a while, and because that took a while to finish, I actually had to speed up this video by twice the speed or 3 times the speed, depending on what I chose in post-production. It's pretty much the truth of what I said. At the time when we were like, I think maybe a privateer had gone in before our group had gone in. Apparently that's not the case. Let's see who we have left. So pretty much Rebecca and her summon are the last ones standing here. So we only have maybe like one musketeer unit and one skeleton melee unit. That's like almost at full health. But most of the time, buccaneers and witch doctors can be able to like handle this fight pretty well because they're actually swashbucklers too. Swashbucklers can be able to use hidden, even though they'll still get damaged by Doom Mojo. They won't be able to get targeted when they're hidden. And buccaneers, they have the ability to move forward and use their charge, and they have a steps boost buff. I forgot what it's called. Kind of looks like a tidal wave. A steps boost buff that actually increases the amount of steps you can take on the battlefield for 2 turns. So that helps with the charge. There's Rebecca goes with critical, and she finishes off that skeleton, and she finishes off that skeleton. That ghost is gonna die. Her Orthrus is gonna come save the day. So all that's left is that 2 musketeer units and Rebecca and her summon. And at the end of the day, the Orthrus is the one who actually takes the kill. It's quite a miracle that she's able to like do some criticals right now and deal some damage, some decent damage. And now we have the Orthrus to thank to help us win the battle. Hope you enjoyed that little fight sequence. I'm sure to be able to actually upload another video in which I was more successful in beating this quest.
How can this be? Oh, Scratch! The goodness in your heart, be it not her weakness, but her strength. The deed is done, Captain. Let us return to a tavern cellar.
Your crew's wearing thin, Captain. You can't field a full squad.
Press U to get companions off bed rest, or wait for the wound timers to expire.
Stronger am I now, my captain. I feel I have taken back my destiny, my future. But we must beware. Where there be one nightmare door, more will come. This be but the first, I think. We must find more skeleton keys and fight these reflections until the threat of these dream shadows be lifted forever.
Yes?
Captain, my captain,